Zero Alpha, this is 2-1 Delta. Sounds like mortar fire off to the east, trying to get eyes on. Hold on.
Tanker, I want you to pull back into the comp. Move back.
Where is it? Where did it drop? Alright, let's get died. Zero Alpha, 2-1 Delta, vehicle incoming from the east. We've had
Covering eyes on, that comes out of turn. Half right. Contact half right, danger close. Delta, get back.
2-3 Delta, jumping on door gunner.
Alright guys, street comms and listening. So India 1 have blown the flush. We're going in probably to our hot HLS. We're going to be landing Briscoe 041011 northeast corner of that field. That is 041011 northeast corner of that field. SOP on landing, ARD, and then there'll be rapid QBOs to move off heading east along the east-west ASR. I want 2 times CID up front, so that initial movement will be a section on one side of the road and a section on the other side of the road, depending on positioning. As soon as we get to the T-junction 046011, it'll be as per the plan. 2-2 will hold, prevent any movement out of the village. Remainder of the section will move up.
Is 0
2-1.
What would you
Right,
say?
left, 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Red entry onto compound, we're going to move rapidly on the ground. Whoa.
Emmett,
1 is breaking contact under heavy contact.
0, roger that.
Emmett, be advised, 2-3, lost a man to your desync. We are now a 4-man section.
Roger that. Anti-air threat, we've got no 5-1 top cover, so we're going in hard and heavy. Left-hand door going to be advised, there are friendlies on the ground in your arc.
30 seconds. Less.
This is 6
5
copy that. We'll be Kazavakin over.
Remember guys, go left out the back there, they can't see the cover off.
Section, stand by, we'll be bus rear.
Quick ARD, and then we'll be stepping out.
Safe down, guys, safe down.
Section, go.
Go.
1.
Section, standing line, facing south.
And we're taking rounds in here.
Not seen.
Down the other side, down the other side.
Join, clear left.
Shut those fucking guns up.
Man down.
We're taking
Contact northeast.
Contact west currently.
Which section is this?
2-1.
Gunner, which section is this? Take that building now.
Alright. 2-1 and getting inside. I want 2-3 on the right hand side of that, 2-2 on the left hand side of it, covering north and northeast. Go.
Ready?
On you go.
Go left. Left
Go
clear.
right.
Second pair.
Open. Good.
Again.
Go.
Right consecutive, go.
Covering doorway.
Left.
Copy with me then, I guess.
This is 2-0 for Alpha.
Just skip me,
One right.
desync again,
Right.
they will come back.
Let's get into this
West 2-3.
building.
What's Griffin?
Get in. Someone on me, please. Anyone not bothered?
2-3 is 0, you move
Go,
to the
go.
right hand
Oh,
side
no.
of that northeast
Pushing.
building, over.
Go in.
Delta, if you're not breaching,
Floor clear.
3-0 reference building, north
Say again?
of the HLS,
We're not breaching.
to the right hand side, you'll find me there.
If you are not
QBOs.
breaching Delta, please be on compound security.
Building clear. Let's get a nice security arcs covering east mainly. This is 2-1 building.
Sorry, I was a little bit
out.
confused there. I'm now covering
2-1-0,
security.
roger, out, exit building. Maneuver northeast, hold T.
Delta, I want you outside the building on the east.
2-3, your support, 2-1 on right flank, out. 2-2, your reserve, out.
Section real.
Hold it.
Eastern entrance.
Emmett, where you want us?
Section where the reserve is. We're going to move out east
Zero,
and
roger.
hold
Able
the
to,
T-junction
move to the crash site, which is too far.
about 30 metres
Fine,
east.
right, out.
Roger.
Single file, let's move.
All moving.
Right, section, prepare to
Two
move,
moving.
confirmation. heading northeast. We're going to stick on the left.
Contact
Where?
0, understood.
east
Hold-
by the
hold the
stone
position, we'll
walls,
get Casper
approximately
bedding
100
now.
metres. He's sitting
Yeah.
right
All
in
in
the
call signs, be advised. We have
Take
anti-aircraft
cover!
on
Section
the ground.
forward to the left front. Go.
We need casualties to be extracted. Priority
I'm not
targets
seeing
are
one.
any
Zero.
carrying anti-munitions.
Section, suppressive fire,
Pull it into
east!
ceiling.
Running left, wrong, right to left. 200 meters.
Stay down, Danger.
Lead scout,
Stay
come back in.
down. Stay on the ground,
Watch out,
lay down,
oh,
lay
shit,
down,
shit, shit.
lay down.
Nah, you good, you good.
Zero, this is 3, have contact report, over.
Coming in.
3-0, send contact report.
Scouts back in. This is 3, in contact, 300 meters east with 1 fire team, section 4.
Brennan coming in, Brennan coming in.
To suppress, engage from range, no support required, over.
3-0, roger. 2-2, you copy, over.
If you're on the other side of this wall, not run in. Crawl in.
Witchcraft, this is India 0.
3-2-0,
India 1 is
you
taking
copy, over.
contacts and they
Hey,
have
Coke.
casualties, but
2-2,
Hold on.
I know there was anti-air threat. We have 5-1 standing by
southeast.
Yep.
for tasking over.
203 that thing, 203 corner that building.
Griffin, need you here on the door, covering off
Over
east.
here.
Split
Come
down
here,
to
come
2-1, hold on the left flank of 2-3.
Yep.
Compound as originally
Yeah,
held,
roger that.
get high ground,
All India call signs be
Uh,
advised. 5-1 is on station, stay on
Let's
5-1 on station.
preoccupy the building behind
Watching
us.
targets.
I
You
want
smoke if you can.
LMG on the balcony.
Break.
3-0, that's a negative.
We also
On your
have,
hold pass,
Squadron
1's gonna hold back
2-4.
compound. You're in a
With
good
their watch on
position.
air.
allowed to
Out.
though.
Okay.
Contacts you have.
Brandon, I'm going to drop a UGR behind them. Can I get a medic?
Boss, be advised, 5-1 is not on station.
Medic, here. I'm covering.
All India call signs,
Brandon,
correction,
If
If you
5-1
were
is not on
outside the
station, stay on
compound, I would now
5-1
want
not
you
on
on
station.
the first floor of the building on the balcony.
Out. If you have the grid of the target, I can
What?
Negative, but 5-1
Yeah,
is
feel
on
free to
30
shot at
seconds.
UGL down.
I need morphine as well.
5-1 on 30 seconds.
Negative is close fixed.
Coming in, sorry.
Hold on, you gotta tell us that.
Negative, compound, you're originally
Oh right,
briefed.
shit. Okay, totally misunderstood what Weston said.
I'm
Fine,
feels like I'm
okay,
hearing half the
we've got
conversation.
CD4.
You're taking fire.
We hadn't
What's everything to me then?
Leave
Griffin,
him
switch sides,
up
switch
to
sides.
I'll inform you as soon as he's back in there. Cheers.
If you move anyone up there, just leave them in very, very hard cover.
Danger's on the roof, by the way.
Yeah, I'm good. I can
Thanks, staying very hard cover there. You got incoming.
Yeah, we're sorted out.
LMG on the roof, please.
Say again.
Yeah, it's free. Stay with me, mate.
I'm okay. I can shoot. My aim is straight.
Yeah, I'm going to be standing here anyway, so just stay with me. Just make sure you don't leave me at my side. You can shoot if you want,
get into the
but
building, better
stay
off
here.
the first floor of the
Only
building.
on the roof then.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
I can set up and shoot straight on the roof.
On the pulse off with me. Let's go. Give
Sorry.
me a coat.
Hey Griffin, can you hear me?
Sir,
Yeah.
Call signs
Switch
India
sides with me,
2-0
switch
Alpha.
sides.
Advised India 2-2 is making right flank to contact east. 2-3-2-1, you are to hold the traffic, suppress those contacts. Stand by.
Hey, northeast in the public field, I think we're taking a shot.
Got man down. Got man down. Tango's
Call
down.
sign 2-0 Alpha, ROE
Man down,
have
man
been
down.
changed. We are now card Bravo. All armed personnel may be engaged on site. Out.
We're card Bravo now. Keep suppressing. 2-2 is flanking from the right. We will shift fire when we're asked to.
2-1, this is 0. Are you able to follow 2-2's proven route up alleyway between compounds? 0-4.
How many casualties?
7
Dunker, I believe.
1-4, over.
Zero for this is 2-1. Say again for the script, over.
2-1, stand
Are we
by.
getting through the window?
High low.
I'm not certain actually getting through. How was it up here?
Well, we just took a contact up there. Sorry, we got a man down.
Where are we getting shot at from, chap?
2-1, reference yellow smoke. Your south.
Fuck.
Yellow smoke denotes alleyway between
We're getting fired at
east.
straight
In,
east and
Primo,
then I
cleared
think
by
northeast
2-2.
inside the
Over.
poppy field somewhere.
2-1, solid copy. Out. Section, we're going to move out as a double
2-3-0.
southeast.
Contact like over.
Zero, this is 3. Contact has been suppressed and
Kazaki.
destroyed. We have no further contact over.
2-3-0.
Leave him with Bravo, that's his job. Plenty of people here who can attend to it.
Yeah, you
We've
can
got
move in
people
here, we'll cover him.
Moving out.
Right,
You guys move out.
reorg compound.
Oh shit, is that a proper man down?
We're moving out southeast of the double.
Who's this guy?
1-4, do you know where?
Keep
Zero,
CPR going, mate.
Contact, south, man down, wait out.
Roger that, bring contact back to start line. 210, belay my previous order, move back to your previous
Cancel that,
location.
we're holding here.
Get drawn in.
All of you two, this is
Right,
2-0
Hello, Witchcraft. This is Zero Alpha. Over.
You get Charlie inside that building. You get Charlie inside that building. Delta's going to hold the front.
Witchcraft, this is India Zero Alpha. We have a tier 1 casualty in India 2. Break. Casualty is
Delta in the
located in
courtyard on
CCP
the
in
east side wall.
04120121 break.
So I can cover down the road.
Requesting CASEVAC from HLS.
No, Charlie's covering upstairs.
Position as well.
Charlie is down. One person from Charlie is down and they've moved out.
Holy shit!
They open the roof.
Griffin, I want you here on the corner where Ainsley is. I want you covering off
Ah.
south. I don't want you to put
Shadow,
yourself
this
in harm's
is
way unless you have to,
stay
okay?
2 times. Man down. Wait, what?
On the end there.
Yeah.
I've got urgent.
We got
CASEVAC coming in.
Mackenzie, no, Mackenzie, ceasefire,
Come on here,
ceasefire,
mate.
ceasefire.
They're getting killed over
You're
there.
going to be shooting over
Right,
sections,
I've
so
got
you're
a
I got
going to
him.
be shooting over their shoulders.
5-1 at 400 meter
Yes,
radius
right.
in surrounding area.
Witchcraft,
Yeah,
India
Mackenzie.
Zero Alpha. We have hot HLS, again hot HLS break.
Mackenzie,
Wave on
Yeah.
CASEVAC.
just cover up the door
5-1,
facing east. The
change
section's
those
got that, okay?
That is.
Just cover east.
Shadow, this is me. I say again.
Anything confirmed PID does enemy, yeah?
Yeah. Anything
Are they
PID
coming
is
outside?
enemy, are you aware of Zero Alpha's location? 20 Alpha's
Negative,
location.
Guys,
He's
negative.
042
This is me. Message over.
easting. Yes, boss.
Nothing.
what are your orders? Are you staying on this position or are you moving
Man
out?
down, man down.
Man down!
Stand by, I get orders.
Mackenzie's down.
Right,
Bravo.
Any call sign, this is 2-3, radio check over.
Griffin, facing east, I want heavy suppressive fire out east.
Ugly 5-1.
We're going to get this casualty back.
Okay.
High low with you.
You deem
Zero, this is
PID
3,
as enemy.
negative, sustained, 3 times, tier,
I'll swap, I'll
myself,
take over
tier,
CPR.
2, immediate support, over.
Zero.
That casualty back.
0, Bravo, we cannot move, break.
That casualty back.
We've got another casualty. It's consecutive shooting now. I'm doing CPR.
Right, heads back in. Ceasefire.
0 Bravo, this
Keep
is
eyes out
2-2
there.
Charlie, we have
Watch and
0
shoot.
Alpha, he's wounded, we've got him in the alleyway. We also have a man down and we are covering off, holding up.
Zero, understood. Break.
Roger.
Keep your
Confirm
head
whether
in.
you have fire missions called in for Zulu 4 and Sierra 5.
Hold your ground, fire support is inbound out.
Hughes.
Yeah, mate, can you confirm that red smoke's
Right
enemy?
section, that's artillery inbound, just keep
Confirm
your
that
heads.
red smoke is enemy.
Reference, compound, I should have just
Stand
explained.
by.
This is 2-0
Zero, Roger, out.
break. It's red smoke enemy
Sierra
over.
5, what the hell is that?
Was that the contact to the northeast, did you say, Blanton?
Right, anything. Right, listen up.
No, just southeast.
That's 6-8
5-1
marker.
is clear to
Yeah?
engage. Any
Say again?
arms
That's 6-8
men
marker in
outside
043 011.
Seen.
200 metres also to our east.
Seen.
Engage those
any
compounds and
hostile
anything
movement
past it.
would before
Roger that.
Anything
it's
for
okay.
weapon, engage it.
Any Indian 2 call sign, I know red smoke by
5-1,
left,
this is
that
South
for enemy over.
Chaos 5-1.
Sorry, Blanton, you're very, very quiet for me, so I can't really hear you very well.
That confirmed enemy pressure engaged as soon as possible.
Rog, moving.
Bravo, roger that. Do we have any elements present south of that red smoke? I've been
India
injured,
2-0
something
Alpha,
else.
this is India 0 Alpha.
This is 2-0 Bravo, negative, I am full, we 5 support,
This is 7-1 SA again, grids 043011, reference 2 times compounds, over.
Okay, we won't be able to there's a compound just south of east. There was parking for
Hughes, can you call a fire mission as well?
Yeah, I can do, mate, yeah.
With me.
Ainsley,
Yes, off.
can you pass the message on to your guys, red smoke for enemy positions?
Yellow smoke
Because
to
White
cover
One's
our
going to do a
withdrawal.
pass.
Remain to 2 moving back to original build.
This one.
No, just go.
Blue smoke.
All India call signs 0 Alpha, mark your position with yellow smoke. Say again, mark your positions with yellow smoke.
I've
All
got
India
Dunker
call
again.
signs. Confirm it.
Fucking hell, this is intense.
There was fire team strength just south of east, reference the wall.
Marking us with yellow smoke now.
Who have we still got up?
I feel a bit naked because you're the
Who's up,
same
who's
today.
down?
Dunker is down.
And Mackenzie's down. If they're stable, just one of you doing CPR on both of them, one at a time, and let's get another bod on this eastern door here.
Okay, well, you keep up the CPR, I'll stabilise Dunker, then I'll release. Alright, copy.
Okay, I'm free.
Salvo 5, this is Whittlestone 1, Evil Fire Mission up.
2-2, this is 2-0 Bravo, over.
Fucking smoke everywhere.
Griffin,
0 Bravo, this is
keep your
2-2,
weapon
wait down.
down, and you can just poke your head out there.
This is
The last thing
7-1.
we need now is another casualty. Not too bothered if you've not really weapon.
10668, I say again, Uniform Juliet 1068,
Oh, that's
requesting KG, point
Yeah.
impact, 5
Get on the
rounds,
other one if
5
you want, you'll be
reflector.
less likely to make contact there.
2-2 Charlie,
Yeah, but I've got
3 men down, pinned down in the
Right.
alleyway.
Yeah,
I can't
cover
see
off
shit.
there.
Coming our way,
I can't see shit though.
Hughes, Ainsley, let's
Yeah,
go
I know.
upstairs.
Coming our way.
Smoke will clear soon, mate.
This is 7-1.
2-0 Bravo.
But you don't want me to be able to suppress that compound quickly.
Well, you're already injured, so the next time you get hit, you're going to 1, so...
I don't give a fuck, man.
Ainsley, it's your one
I
up.
got time to
It's,
play.
Alright,
Emmett
hold
Nutt.
on.
0 Bravo, this is
Oh, wait.
2-2 Charlie. Contacts are around the compound south of my position. Rough grids 0, 4, 2, 1, 0, 1.
I'm gonna keep my weapon up just because I'm so low on health.
2-0 Bravo, Roger, out.
Sorry, I'll say again.
Is 2-1 up or down?
2 is down. 2-1 is here.
Bravo, this is Alpha. I'm out in the middle of the road. Break.
Is fucked.
Injured. Not able
About
to
2-0, I can't get hold of
multiple
him.
friendly casualties on this location.
Easily puts it so politely.
Hughes, where'd you go?
This is 7-1.
Alright, section 1, watch and shoot. We're card Bravo, so anything that moves with a gun, you can engage.
Oh fuck, you should... No,
What about
say that again, but just say, if it bleeds,
you
we
make
can
on your
kill
boss?
it.
No, because then you'll engage civilians.
I want creeping fire. Yeah.
I think that's what
Ainsley, where are these
doing.
casualties we're going to?
Right, to literally southeast, about 50 metres in the field, to the right of the road, past the tree line, to the right of the tree line, literally, about, I can see them from here, they're only about 20 metres as you come out.
Go to that.
Did he sit to the southeast?
Over the wall, and we'll see you right in front of you.
Okay, this is going to be fun. Alright. Oh, on Ainsley's go.
Right.
Let me
So,
need
let's send
the,
casualty for away.
0 Bravo, this
I've
is
got
2-2
Mackenzie.
Charlie, if you read it.
You know about
Phantom, are you moving out to get the casualties from 2-2?
I think so, yeah.
Bradley's front.
There's still down in the fire mission for the
2-1, this is 2-2 Charlie. Bringing injured men into your position now. Could do with
Come on
a
in,
few more
come on
bombs
in.
to carry the rest of
Bradley
the section
seen.
on the road.
Bradley seen.
Coming in.
2-2, this is 2-1, understood, on the way.
Moving.
5-1.
I'm here.
LMGs, get those guns up, be ready to cover. This is 2-0 Bravo, running covering fire out. LMG suppressing fire out east, down the road there. On the, make sure you have your fire well left of these casualties. Go.
Firing.
Ainsley, we got suppressive fire going out within the southeast. Who's this here?
Friendly,
Exactly
friendly,
how.
friendly. Keep on the right side.
Open the door, apparently. Ronnie coming in.
On my right, yeah. Get in, get in.
Come on, get in. Fucking door.
Funny.
Pass on my right.
LMGs, let's keep us to fire up. We don't want anyone engaging us from the east.
Yeah, straight through.
Why is that yellow smoke there, mate?
Please count the number of dead.
Friendly front. Pass on the right. Pass on my
I've
right.
personally seen 3.
On the right side.
I'm about to pass out.
Emmett's going to go down.
Fucking hell.
We got CM2 here.
I'll give what cover I can from the left here.
Right, I need to come back to in at now. Where away? Coming in this side, so yeah, the northern side.
Ronnie coming in.
Be advised, I'm in, very, very shaky. Passing out.
20. Kazaki, get him well over here on the south side. The last thing we need now is Alpha going down
I
again.
think I may have already given myself some.
Pull him back over here if he needs morphine.
Good.
What's the crack? What's swinging down?
We landed just to the southwest of the.
Get him back here. Get him over here on the south. We don't want him losing
We landed
contact.
just to the southwest of this building.
Yep.
Took contact on landing, moved into this building, took contact east, we've had contact east, we've had contact southeast. It's not practical for us to make a move onto target.
LMG's watching shoot.
Considering our options.
Not watching shoot.
Plan form on me with 2 other men. Let's move.
I'm with you as well, Ainsley. Do you want me to come?
People want LMGs.
Yep.
On me now.
You're here, yeah?
Yep.
Oh bollocks! I thought you were out there. Never mind.
I radioed to tell you I was coming back, but
South side here, we've got to go.
Right, we're just waiting for the gas backburn now. Plan form.
Yep.
Sorry to insult you there, MMA.
Sorry, I'm doing CPR
Hold on,
as much as I
wait there,
can.
Kazaki, we'll get Bravo.
I'm
This is
taking
not
over
what
your
Ainsley.
casualty so I can
Ainsley,
so you can use the radio.
Lanthorn, can you tell Ainsley what Hughes has just told us we need to move these casualties now?
Roger that.
230, you're approximately 100 metres north of the southernmost 1 and 2 elements. 1 and 2 and 10 Bravo.
Get the last one, I've
You
got
are to link
something.
up with those elements and hold.
One last,
Say again, you are to
one
link with
last
those elements and hold down to
Dragon. Make sure
Right,
that's the job.
Ainsley, I'm going to take this turn. I'll be moving the whole platoon.
Can we get some cover men, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll send Griffin out in front with you.
Where's
Right,
the HLS?
Right section on Blanford.
it's northwest.
Where we landed before.
Yeah, it's just northwest of the building. Come down.
Can we go over the wall? Over here.
Broken bit.
Broken bit.
Griffin, watch the rear. Make sure we leave no one behind if anyone collapses.
Stop different. Get him into the rear.
No.
Zero, this is the curfew located.
The pilot said it's not a Griffin, you know.
2, 0, 1, 4. All times X up.
The
MIA.
recruiter is a Griffin.
Yeah, you got 4 here.
They're dead.
Offline call sizes.
Right. If you need to know where you've got there, you've got 1 tier 2, you've got 3 tier 1s, and you've also got Emma, who I believe is tier 3 / tier 2. It's collapsed.
Are we low?
Right.
He's dead.
Correct. Once you've done loading, let's cover off south, and 2 people covering off north, please. Griffin and Kazaki, you can cover off north.
base.
022 large.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine, they're rolling. They're all in the lane.
That's what I said.
Pops, are you going to stick with us or are you going to go back?
I'm with you guys.
Excellent.
I'm clear.
Was that my kick?
Let's go, let's go.
Let's move back, chaps. 0 Bravo 8 deck. Get back into this building out.
Fuck! I think Mackenzie died on me.
Brandy's coming in.
Friendly coming in.
I didn't see it coming down now. I was too busy talking to boss. I'm sure it was golden. It was so supposed to be there. It was covering while the other guys moved.
Take your previous arcs back. If you didn't have a previous arc, get in the first floor of the building and cover around east.
Alright, back one, sorry.
One LMG on the steps covering off south.
Hits, good hits.
Pops.
Hughes.
Yes.
If I can get you, Branthorpe. Yeah. Just gonna nab one more off to cover south.
Got sir.
Contact.
Incoming.
Man down,
Man down. There's friendly fire out northeast.
Bravo, contact, wait out.
You want to see the fucker? Let's get that casualty dragged back right now. Daddy's on our left.
Remember, this is level 1.
Stay full left, Ainsley.
Be dragged now.
HLS York up.
Roger.
Drag. Popping smoke.
0 Alpha, this is Q3 Charlie,
Smoke out.
Look out.
Bravo.
Man down.
Man down.
Charlie.
Well, I've been hit, so I'm down
Get
here.
the fire.
2, 3. Time given, we had
Hold on,
taken
I'll
close
patch myself.
control.
Kazaki, on tier 3,
Get
I'm in
back into
pain.
this building.
Just
Not
letting you know
doing anything out here.
0-3, roger out.
Hello.
They're getting back to the building. Peel back around the wall into the building.
Painty, we're going to peel back into that.
Sorry?
We're going to peel back into the compound, okay?
The compound. If we can. Oh shit, coat's down.
Contact is northeast.
Why the hell did we come out of the compound?
We came out of the compound to be HLS security.
Can't have everybody coming out of the compound for HLS security.
This is everybody.
Why is everyone else just sat there?
Fox, can you not move? I can't
No,
drag you.
I can't move.
I can't drag him.
This is level 1, roger that.
Yeah,
Just for reference, you cleared hot and anything else surrounding 400 meters as you've enemy over.
0 Alpha, this is...
Okay.
Roger, make sure you've got someone with a gun covering you.
I'm back in. I'm up. I'm good.
Yeah.
0 Alpha.
No problem, mate.
0 Alpha.
Be advised, gents, be advised.
Friendly.
Hello, dears.
Right, let's everyone be inside the compound now.
Just in pain at the moment, Kazaki.
Right, guys.
Hello. Yeah, I think so. Need to fix head bug.
Roger.
Hello.
Phoenix, this is one that you cover my last over.
Griffin, cover off east.
Roger.
Coming in, coming in.
Right, so who was the candidate? Who was the first?
Yeah, I told you I was going down. I do appreciate it, thank you.
Pot's alive, where's Potts?
I'm right on
the
your 6 mate. I'm fucking.
Me, okay.
Still two elements at HLS Yorko.
I've been down twice. I'm like
Sorry?
fucking lucky as fuck, mate.
Someone was unconscious. Do we have them?
Can you confirm if
How
Bird
many
is heading for
boats?
HLS Yorko?
Civic sighted north.
I don't understand.
How many galleons did you have?
Oh, I see you know your empire.
Yes.
Not that many.
Right, gents, the Bird's
maybe
coming in now
15.
for us.
Rotation at the double, let's go to the HLS, round the back of the house.
I'm on you then, Manthorn. Oh, he's not.
Planton, please press E. You are leading.
Oh, they showed a different
South guys, south.
Let's get back around.
Double A.
Just sound off as you're in, don't worry about them.
Who's that left on there?
Griffin. Ponton.
That's all in Ainsy.
Bravo, 2-1.
All in, clear to lift.
Lifting. John 2 lifting.
Apologies for the lack of smoke, mate. I didn't realise to change the HLS.
Where do you want me to go?
I believe you're going to the company HLS, you know.
Where the fuck's that?
You're the pilot.
Reassuring.
Price on board, please.
Thank you guys, huddle it in. Captain Hope's asked me to do a debrief. I'm going to do it really, really quickly because I've just had quite a long word with 2 platoon. So a game of 2, or at least 2, probably 3 halves tonight. First getting hit on Juliet. That gentleman is what is technically known as a multi-layered insurgent attack, i.e. one which uses vehicle-borne improvised explosive devices to penetrate our defences and then follows up with small arms and attempts to shoot down our helicopters. Testimony to the quality of flight and the sharp eyes that they didn't lose any birds on the Juliet operation tonight and that we managed to get out safely. I've already been fairly critical of our move off Juliet. I will just rest for now on the fact that we should have coordinated the move off Juliet better. We shouldn't have left elements on the ground, and we should then have reorged the company before we moved in to our secondary objective. I think that's crystal clear to everybody, and you know, as sort of senior command, we will take that on the chin. The secondary objective for that reason proved extremely difficult. 1 platoon on the ground, on their own, unsupported, took heavy casualties, as I understand it. I'll turn over to Second Lieutenant Ellis in a minute for the skinny on that. 2 platoon came in some considerable time later due to a foul up in movement of personnel. We hit the ground at least 20, if not 30 minutes after 1 platoon. We took instant contact, unsurprisingly, because we were landing on the only other obvious HLS. They knew we were coming. We then proceeded to take very, very heavy small arms fire from the east and the south. I myself was taking casualty, along with most of my 3rd section and very significant chunks of the other 2 sections as well. What that meant, in fact, actual fact, was that the original plan had to go out the window. We were getting good ISTARS reports and good eyes from Zulu 4, which reported the HVT was on station up until at least 30 to 40 minutes after our initial contacts happened. For that reason, I conferred with Captain Hope, and we decided to take our reinforcement elements directly onto the target. So we took a CH-47 straight in. The 2 platoon elements there formed the blocking force as the original plan, actually, and the 1 platoon elements breached and cleared target compounds. The HVT had gone. Unsurprisingly, given the mess we made trying to get in, he had definitely flown, and he is now out there. A concern we have in the security sense is that was the ranking Pakistani National Army officer in the AO. We don't know the extent of loyalty within his troops, but we now have a serious problem with the TNA elements here as well as the insurgent elements. So I'm afraid for all of you lot, we're going to be on 80% watch tonight for the perimeter of the base, so you're not going to be getting much sleep. That concludes the operation in very much outline. As I said, I've already debriefed 2 platoon, so can I ask 1 platoon and then support elements? Are there any particular points you'd like to make? Lieutenant Ellis.
What can really be said? I mean, I think you pretty much said everything right there. First stage of the operation, yep, fantastic. I think everyone had a lot of fun doing that. Second stage, however, when we actually hit the start line and hit our HLS, we took contact directly from the east. Noticed a lot of enemy infantry movement on the T-junction feature and the compounds just to its west. And our forward element, 1-2, also had contact immediate southeast, which pretty much meant that we were completely boxed in. Ultimately, that meant that we had to essentially wheel back into the protection and cover of a mosque. We ended up with about, I think, all in all, around about 12 Tier 1 casualties, which had to be casevaced out. This left us with essentially a skeleton force just in the northern area of the AO. We were able to hold, go firm, and cover off essentially, but that was essentially all we could really do. We couldn't really take on any offensive maneuvers until finally the assault element went in directly on the compound with mostly India 1's reinforcements. That was pretty much it for us.
Yeah, tough break. I mean, it sounds so similar to 2 platoon's experience. We hit the deck, we took contact, it was really heavy. We pulled back to the nearest building, and I should have said when I was debriefing ND2, brilliant job actually getting off that HLS with minimal or 0 casualties, taking grazing fire across it. We immediately changed the plan, assaulted the building, got into it, and then pushed out. So, good job from the guys, but a really tough break. We couldn't move off that position, frankly, and it was touch and go when I was back here with Captain Hope. It was touch and go whether we'd just abort the entire op and get those 2 elements out. If we had done, we'd be sitting here 40 minutes earlier. So I thought that actually, on balance, the timing just about worked. But we have pushed it a bit tonight. So thank you very much for everyone that's stuck with it. Support elements. Any comments? Shall I start with RHA?
Yeah. We've had quite a good op in terms of getting the fire down. We've learned a couple of lessons. We would have appreciated having the 105, particularly where things have gone wrong, where we could have just opened up with smoke to sort of assist and allow people to recover. That would have been quite good. But yeah, other than that, we've had quite a good op so far.
Good stuff. Well, we'll see if we can think about getting a battery of 105 shipped in here, although the minimum range might be challenging the AA. Great stuff. D Squadron. Lots for D Squadron tonight. Unfortunately, your first encounter with VBIEDs. I think, am I looking at Trooper Joyce for the debrief?
Yeah. When it came to the first VBID, we actually threw our scimitar in front of it. Caused it to stop short of the first compound on the left of ours. Luckily it blew up and didn't damage us, but I think the third one did. We rammed that one head on just to try and save people, but I didn't think that would work out as much as we wanted it. But we also lost a simian. After that we just held back here, resupplied ourselves, and moved up to our OP where we had complete eyes over every single enemy that was in the area. Waited out for most of the company to move in, but sadly I think it was 1 platoon was already taking contacts, so we had to engage those that were engaging 1 platoon. I think we managed to take down at least 2 platoons worth. Not much from that. It went smooth for us apart from the very beginning, but the rest of it was fine.
Good stuff. Did you take casualties when you moved to block those IEDs?
Yeah. I was a T1.
All right, good stuff. Sounds like, yep.
If you have time to figure out you can ram a vehicle, why not take out the tires with the armament you have on the scimitar?
Because Morris was already attending to 1 or 2-1's casualties, so we went down a bit.
Yeah, we were understaffed tonight, basically, which is a bit of a problem.
All right, there's lessons. Number 1, gunners from armoured vehicles do not jump out to treat casualties. Although I recognise it's a great thing to do, just don't do it.
He was the only CMT that we have.
Indeed, there are other CMTs within 2 platoon. We could have sorted it out, but it's a good thing to do, obviously, but just don't do it. And number 2, it's got to be worth some sort of recognition to selflessly sacrifice yourself in that way by driving into a massive truck bomb so that it didn't kill the whole rest of 2-1, which it doubtlessly would have done otherwise. So good job. All right, flight medical.
From flight wasn't a whole lot really. kept up the ice doors all night. Kaz went pretty smooth. The request came thick and fast. Kept them up at all times. We did try and track down the HVT, what we believe was the HVT, because we couldn't see because we were that high. And then we stumbled across the AA emplacement with some guys with Strellas in a car, which we sought clearance on and got and neutralised that. Kaz's accident went pretty smooth. Obviously, like you said, we need to work on the snag in the chain, whereby there's a blockage on our end and then a blockage on the MERT end, and then people start dying. We'll be smoothing that out very shortly, I think. But that's all I have to say. I mean, it was pretty flawless up, bar the helicopter getting shot down by the man with the anti-air tube as he came in. Again, that's just more preparation required to make sure we scout the area out before we rush into things.
Yep, I agree with the scouting the area out before we rush in, because that would have stopped the one platoon hitting the deck with an entire enemy platoon waiting to meet them. All right, good. I'll cover Kazovac very briefly at the end. Mert, anything to add?
We had 10 TFOs.
10 T4s. That's a lot. That's a larger number than we've had for some time. So we need to get that number down. FST?
Not really much to add. As previously said, a couple of little snags that went along the night, a couple of little comms issues. But ultimately a good night from us. A lot of support and fires. Good ice stars and info coming back and forth from all elements. And yeah, just generally a good night. And I'd say apologies for the little snafus that happened. Not really sure how or why they happened or where the kinks in the chain were, but they were, they were there definitely.
All right, I'll cover the kinks in the chain in a minute, but I continue to take my hats off to you gentlemen. The radio aerials on your back should tell everybody else here all they need to know about the amount of shit that goes into your heads on a night like this, particularly when there's elements all over the place. Captain Hope, any final comments? I have a couple.
Not for me. I feel everything's already been covered from my end.
Right, great. So just one homily, couple of future things, and then we'll all crack on. The one homily is, fuck's sake, guys, let's not rewrite the Kazovac SOPs. We've got SOPs. Everybody here has read them. I suggest everybody here just needs to read them again. There may be a kink in them, but this doesn't mean we need a massive, involved and slightly painful debate about how to do stuff that we already know how to do. Read the SOPs, apply the SOPs, do them. It's that simple. I think personally the designation of CCPs quickly, simply, so that everybody knows where they are, and the standard operating procedure to move the casualty to the SOP being the responsibility of the platoon sergeant and the CMTs is absolutely fine as far as I'm concerned. If somebody really disagrees with that, please do feel free to post, but otherwise let's just crack on and get this done, because we know that we can do it better than we are at the moment, because we have done in the past. Looking ahead, 2 further operations before the Christmas break, this Wednesday and Sunday the 22nd, on which, as I said to 2 Platoon, I will have the mother of all hangovers, so if you think I'm in a bad mood tonight, wait till you see me next Sunday, you fuckers. I expect to see everybody there for those operations. I then expect everybody to have a great Christmas. I'm laying down a challenge to those scripting, not scripting wizards, those Armour 3 wizards amongst us. I want to see a large-scale Armour 3 operation over the Christmas break. If I was having all of my Christmas wishes come true, I'd want it to be on Monday the 23rd, and I'd like to get as many of us as possible on a vanilla Armour 3 operation, just with some kind of ACA modification in it. If that's possible, guys, please do make it happen, because I would love to do a bit of that. All right, Monday the 23rd would be great, and I'm sure it'll rerun. I'm sure loads of you guys, like me, will be on a bit over Christmas, doing interesting operations, doing fun operations. Keep it clean, gentlemen, and I'll shortly post details of our return for the new year. For those of you unaware of it, the new year will start with a very short special campaign where we'll be looking at the operation of the British Airborne during the early part of World War II, and we'll be doing 2 or 3 linked operations based on historical ops to get ourselves back in the mood for airborne operations. And frankly, also we'll be doing some stuff with old-fashioned radios and old-fashioned comms to get us back to some of the very, very basics of infantry soldiering, which I know you love, but which we sometimes forget. So we'll be doing all that for the good of our souls before we step off on another modern themed operation in line with our usual stuff. All right, any questions before we log off, guys?
I'd like to make an apology to Flight, by the way, when we were coming in with the first Chinook. That was a desync on our behalf. Driving right underneath you.
These things happen. All right, guys. Good job. See you Wednesday.
We were about to do a special forces insert. Just us, and just go in there and snatch the HVT.
That would be incredible. Why didn't we do that? Fuck's sake.
Because apparently one platoon can do it instead now. They must be.
But one platoon are terrible.